just everywhere.
Hey, I have to say that I'm absolutely in love with our opening track. Welcome to another episode of EKSE Live. This is, of course, the biggest, the most happening youth show in the motherland. We do this every day from Monday to Friday from the hours of 5 to 6 o'clock. And thank you so much for choosing us this Thursday. It's going to be absolutely amazing. As you know, this Thursday is, of course, the SONA, which is the State of the Nation address, where our president addresses us, telling us about the future of South Africa when it comes to the following year. Next, we have Patois Creations, and we're going to them on Saturday. I have a new fashion show coming up, so I am so excited for that because I love everything that has to do with creation. And then after that, we have an artist, Uday Lynn, in the building, performing 2 amazing, incredible songs. After that, Umihlali goes to new life and goes hiking, rather. And I feel like I'm a bit excited that I wasn't the one that's chosen because right now my health is going a bit like this. But life is still going up though, so I'm pretty excited to see what she got up to. We, of course, play a game because it is the biggest youth show in the motherland. So we give the people what they want, and the people love a game. So we're like, you know what, people? We're going to give you guys exactly what you want. I, of course, and the princess are presenting Ulwandile Ntombi yakwaZulu. And today we're going to give you nothing but the best when it comes to entertainment. And another person sitting on the couch with me is my lady, Kizzy Keys. How you doing, Kizzy Keys?
Hey,
Let's go.
Man, it is EKSE on channel 263, holding it down with the ladies, man, right here on a Thursday. My name is Kizzy, a lot on the go. Matey Haro, as Luandile said, we have a packed show for you guys, so you do not want to miss it, man. Coming straight through, we have the SONA, which of course is the State of Nation address, man, coming through right there at 7 p.m. So if you guys want to catch that, it will be live streamed across all social media pages as well, and of course it will be live streamed on television as well. And we also really want to know what the president will be speaking about, so we will be discussing that on the show today, so you do not want to miss that, man. And of course, man, we're also going to be have Dale and Sass on the show, as Luandile said. It's going to be crazy, you know, it's going to be crazy, holding it down to the ladies.
It's the 2 ladies today. We decided we didn't need anyone else. It's just going to be us giving you everything that you need. Remember, our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all EKSE Live. We need you guys to be interacting with us because we don't do the show for ourselves, but we do it for you that are watching at home, making sure that you're updated with everything that has to do with the show. Right now, though, let's get straight into the discussion for today. We're speaking all things that have to do with the State of the Nation address. If you don't know what that is, I'll say it again. It's when our government, or rather our president, comes to us and say, hey guys, these are the plans that we had for the previous year. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. This is what we're looking at in the future. So maybe what you're thinking is like, what are those subjects? Like, for example, I think in the SONA this year, the prominent topic will definitely be load shedding, because that is a huge, huge problem that we're facing, as well as, of course, the high living rates that we have in South Africa.
As well as gender-based violence.
Absolutely.
There are many things that people can be expecting to be spoken about at the State of the Nation this evening. And I think that if the president does not take this opportunity to speak about what we are currently facing as a country in terms of the energy that we are lacking, in terms of load shedding that we are facing, the blackouts that we are encountering in our homes, in our livelihoods, he would be making a big mistake. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to be speaking about this right now.
Absolutely. And I feel like it's so important for him to address us as a nation, because right now a lot of things are going wrong. Load shedding, the cost of living, as I've said, has gone high. Everything just keeps getting more and more expensive, except for salaries. Salaries are going lower and lower and lower. People are cutting everything at every corner because obviously
unemployment is rising.
Absolutely.
At the same time.
And so it's scary to live in South Africa because I feel like we're going into that direction. Also, guys, these are our opinions, not opinions of any professional. This is just me and Kizzy, my girl, having a conversation about what we think the SONA is all about. And really, for me, it's like I feel like we're heading in the direction of Zim. And that's so scary to me because when I first heard about what Zimbabwe was going through, I was like, okay, our country was stable-ish. But right now, there's a lot of instability.
We are approaching Zimbabwe number 2.
Yeah.
You know, on a bit of more of a lavish scale, but we are really approaching that. And that is quite scary because to many people, Cape Town, South Africa has become a safe zone and a safe hub. And now that everything is quite depleted and that we are about to become an emergency country, an emergency place for people. And I know that earlier on we spoke about the country possibly taking us to a disaster
state. A national disaster state. and then they might possibly be going to the IMF. I mean, the ANC was having discussions around that, where they might be going to a national disaster state, where it's like, you know how before COVID, if you guys don't know what a national disaster state is, let me explain to you real quickly. You know how we had COVID first? When we had COVID, we said, oh my God, we're in a disaster. Then we went to the IMF, and then they gave us some funds so that we were able to get through COVID. This is the same disaster that they're talking about, but this time they're talking about this disaster when it comes to ESCOM and load shedding. Yeah.
And I actually don't know if this is possible at all. I don't know if we will be able to pull through with this one, because I feel like it's just become so big, and it's not only been affecting South Africa, but it's been affecting so many other people, tourists coming into the country, people that we are trying to attract, our resources as well. Everything has been affected by load shedding.
Do you think the SONA is important though? Because I mean, some people, on one hand, some people are saying, oh man, the SONA happens all the time. They make promises, they don't deliver. On the other hand, people are like, actually, we need to know the strategy that the government has, especially in 2023, when we are looking like we're in a bit of a crisis. Do you think it's important to have events like the SONA?
I definitely think that the SONA is very important for each year, because obviously we're speaking about budget cuts. We're speaking about plans that are coming forth for the new year, how they're planning to do it, what didn't work the year before, how they are planning to readjust certain things, bringing new things into the plan that they have. And I think that the people of South Africa really needs to know about this, how the government is planning to do this, and not just saying one thing, promising us, and not delivering on what it is that they told us in the beginning. And I think that this year our expectations as South Africa is very high, and I'm really truly hoping, for the sake of people in Africa, that Cyril Ramaphosa really pulls through with this one. What about you?
Absolutely. I feel the exact same. Remember, guys, these are our opinions. So if you have your own opinion, please do also head over our social media platforms. It is EKSE Live across all social media platforms. But I definitely agree with you. I think it's so important. I think it's important also for I think, man, what I've been praying for is our leaders get a change of mind. Like, there's so much corruption in the world. There's so much corruption in South Africa that we've seen. We're also, it's from a small scale to a bigger scale. Like, it just goes from all bounds when it comes to South Africa. And I really hope that people deliver to the services that they promise South Africans, because that is why people are paying taxes. That's why, like, especially when people are earning like 60,000 Rand, like 23,000 goes straight to taxes. That money is supposed to be helping people who cannot help themselves. And I really am so tired of seeing people who are put in power take money and put it in places that is beneficial to themselves and not to the people that they're supposed to be serving. Definitely. So I am praying for leaders in the world who are going to stand up and do what they're being paid to do. Like, it's, for me, that's the most.
And what are you hoping that would be implemented for this year, the SONA 2023?
For example, like, if we do get funds from the IMF, I'm hoping that not like the COVID where 90 million went missing for medical funds and nobody knows where it went. I hope that actually if we do get funding, we know exactly where it's going. Okay, so-and-so is going to be doing this part, so-and-so is working KZN, so-and-so is working Durban, so-and-so is working this, so that we know where the money is going. And I mean, corruption actually gets me so fired up.
You know,
I don't even want to.
It's another conversation on its own, honestly. And you just touching on medical things right now. I don't know if people actually really understand what medical in terms of the government hospitals that we have in communities. How they look. The state of them, how people are not treated, patients go in there that they are not looked after, you're sitting there, you're dying 5, 6, 10 plus hours, people are not taking care of you, and these are things that we really need to speak about. And I'm really hoping that this is spoken about in the State of the Nation address this evening, because it's long, man. There are things that really needs to be addressed by the president, man. And if you are also wanting to find on getting to that conversation, please do let us know on social media. But also, the nationwide address will be coming through at 7 p.m. live stream it. But right now, man, we are going to a quick breather.
No. We're going to find out what the city is saying.
I need to breathe. That's why, but I think
she needs to breathe, but let's check out what the city streets is saying. Rather, what the city speaks. Let's see what you guys are saying in the city. Check it out.
My expectation is that the president will speak about load shedding, because it's already affecting us all. I mean, imagine load shedding at 6, where you're going to school at 8, you know. So I'm expecting that maybe we'll speak about bettering the load shedding crisis.
SONA is a good thing, I suppose. There have got to be changes in the country. I believe that this is the only way to go. If only the promises that are being made are being kept. Because, the promises, we are going down. A lot of things are going backward in time. And, we hope and pray that the President will come up with the good suggestions, especially where this load shedding is concerned. Barring the load shedding, there's other factors that's being really considered. And we are hoping and we are praying that he delivers a good speech today. A lot of people will be expectant of something good. So from our side, it is something good, and then I would love to see the changes and then not promises and empty promises. So SONA, we're here, and whatever comes along with it, I hope that the promises to the people will work.
Personally, my expectations is that the same thing is going to happen over and over again. Nothing is going to change. The government people are going to state this and that, but the action is not actually going to be happening.
Expectations uba mongameli abenayo nje ukusixelela kahle ngeplans zalapha eCountryni bazithini sibasiyazi ngoku sijongana into ezininzi xa sijonga ku-Eskom futhi kukhona nendaba ke yasephalaphala efuneka ilungisiwe phambi kokubana sithi ke mhlambi uzasinabisela yena elapha andizuthi ke ngoku mhlambi ba kuzawuthini into ze-positions and stuff uzobaphi yena, but I don't think kwi-position right yena for uba mhlambi angade asiqhubele phambili enengxaki okanye allegations ezininzi against yena.
Nothing much actually, because Mtana, we have this like most of the time every year and nothing happens. Nothing changes. Everybody says the same thing. They bring up their opinions and whatever, but nothing changes. For example, there's a leak here. Mtana, nothing happening. There's a leak in Wynberg, nothing happening. Schools, no hospitals, no jobs. But you keep saying we're going to make changes. Where are the changes? And another thing is, I don't want to say this, but people are a bit dumb is not the word, but you guys are just not the best people, because they sell you the same promises every year, and then you still believe them, and then what? And then you get mad when they don't deliver on those promises. What were you expecting? Mtana, the leopard will not change its spots. Same thing over and over. So at this point, I actually might just move and not be here anymore, because I understand like the president is trying and everything, but something must show for it, because there's nothing. You keep saying I'll be changing this and this and this, but there's nothing we've seen that you said I'm gonna rebuild schools. Where are the schools? I'm gonna make homes for people. Where are the homes? Jobs. People with qualifications, diplomas and whatever do not have jobs. And then you're saying there's no jobs in South Africa. There are, but people do not want to hire people with qualifications. You have to know someone to be able to get a job, which is so unfair to other people who actually studied for what they want to do. So I would. If I could be here, I'd be like, Maji, first things first. Actually go around to these places before you be like, I want to change places, let's say in Kailicha, where informal settlements. Before you actually talk about those places, go to Kailicha and actually see how people live, how people actually are trying to survive on a daily basis with like limited resources. Then you can actually speak about the things that you're trying to fix.
As you can hear, the people of the streets are weighing in on the State of the Nation address that is happening this evening at 7 p.m. Man, if you don't know where it is, find it on social media. You can live stream it. The president will be coming through to your screens, letting us know what will be happening for the year of 2023, but also let us know on social media pages. Right now, we're going to take a quick ad break, and we'll be back with more of EKSE after this. Do not go anywhere.